Okay, people. So, man, the world is going crazy, right? We have conflicts and wars all over the place. So, we don't need to create situations, you know what I mean? And it sounds like the University of Pennsylvania is definitely in the midst of some shit right now. Now, not really what they created. So it all stems from the Palestinian Literature Festival that was held in September at the university. And this has got a number of people pissed off. And now remember, this was before the attack on the 7th of October, right? Now, we have got, right, a number of people, including Dick Wolf, who is the, creator of Law and Order and a whole heap of other TV shows. He's wanting the president of the university to step down. Right? He wrote a letter. Part of it says, President Magill, I implore you, Chair of the Board of Trustees, Scott Bock, to step down from your University of Pennsylvania positions before any more unnecessary damage to the university. Right? There is no hope for unification in our community until you step aside. The only path forward is this, and I will end my donations to the university until you both have resigned. Right? So this, I think, highlights so many issues. So many issues, right? Now, I know universities like to take donations and all of this, but when you take donations from people in any sphere, it means they have a leverage, right? They have a leverage over you. And I don't think it is good to have these types of people with leverage on a university, because they will basically, and as we're seeing, if you don't do what I like, I'm pulling my funding. What kind of bullshit is that? You know what I mean? Now, so the thing is, right? So this literature festival that was held, they said that some of the speakers who would be part of it had a history of making anti-Semitic remarks. Now, that can mean so many different things, right? So many different things in that statement. Now, it could mean that at the beginning of their career, 20 years ago, let's just say, they said some stuff, but they've changed, right? We've seen people have opinions and change, like Malcolm, right? Malcolm definitely changed his viewpoints on a whole heap of things, right? At the beginning, he hated white people. He changed, right? He changed. And we've seen that from so many different people, right? Muhammad Ali, just, man, you could name so many, right? It could mean that, right? But also, here's the thing. If they've said certain things, right? Now, to be part of a debate, right? If you brought people in for debates and things like that, it could be a perfect platform to challenge their opinions and open their eyes, right? All you do is, in this festival, it's just like, look, you can't say these things, right? You can say, I'm not a fan, right? We don't have to be fans of the same things. You can say, I'm not a fan, but you can't use certain terms and words, right? I think that's a thing that you can say. Then you can have this open debate. There's a lot of times with conflict, that's what is needed, right? And I think there's a documentary about it on Netflix, right? There's this cat who spoke to members of the Ku Klux Klan, right? Would go to them and have a conversation. And these people in the Klan would be like, this is the first time I've spoken to a black person. Oh, I was told you're all ignorant and rubbish. Fuck. I've got this all wrong. And they give him their robes. Right? They give him, like he said, grand dragons, all levels of Klan dum-dums. Like go, oh shit, you've opened my eyes. Here's my robes. I'm leaving the Klan. That's through conversation, you know? So we need to have conversation to change someone's mind if you feel that their views are wrong, right? So this is the problem I have with going shut this festival down, because you're shutting down a platform that could leverage change, you know, through people that don't like each other. And listen, it's not all one-sided, right? There's Palestinians that don't like Jewish people, and then it's vice versa. There's Jewish people that don't like Palestinians. You know what I mean? They both said terrible things about each other, right? So it seems very odd that all of these people are demanding the resignation, threatening, right? Taking back money. We will no longer donate. I would say, right? Take Dick Wolf's fucking name off the building at the university. Take his name off the thing. Tell him to go fuck himself. You know what I mean? Tell them to go fuck. Like, if people don't want this shit, they can go fuck themselves, right? That should be the message here. But supposedly, this is the other thing, large members of the Jewish community applauded the fact that there was this festival, right? And were like, listen, this is incredible. This is great. And also, right, they spoke to the dean Magill, and were like, listen, do not equate the festival with anti-Semitism. Did I just say that right? I thought I said it right early. I'm not sure if I just said it right then, but yeah, because they're like, it's two different things. There's so many different things here, but you don't want to attach this by saying it with the festival. You're saying that all Palestinian literature is anti-Semitic, and it's not, right? Literature is a beautiful thing. So let's not make it this political thing, right? Yes, certain writers have certain views, but that's not the words, right? That's not the literature. That's the people, right? So you've got all of these rich people demanding, it being but there was an appetite for the event. There was an appetite for the event, right? Which means it was a good thing to hold it. It's a good thing to hold it. Like, obviously, you don't hold something where it's just people going, yeah, I say we kill them all. Yeah, hate those people. Fuck them. Fuck their religion. You know what I mean? Obviously, you don't do that. But if it's just people talking about books, right? And as I said, if you can have these open discussions, boom, that means it's vital, right? that means it's vital. So I would say, well, I think I've said it, right? Take the names of all of these dum-dums. Because here's the thing, right? Dick Wolf is a bit of a dick. You know what I mean? It's in the name, yo. Is he's like his dad was Jewish, his mum was Catholic, and he's always supported different faiths and free speech. You can't say you support free speech but cancel an event. Because it's not even like he's saying, "Oh, I've got an issue with that speaker." No, he's like cancelled the whole event. So you're saying every one of these Palestinian writers is hateful? Is that what you're saying? Like Palestinian literature is hateful? That's insane. So your declaration that you're down with free speech is not true. It's not true. And I would argue, how would he like it if people wrote to the network where Law and Order is playing? I forget where it is, right? Is it NBC? I'm not sure. But if they wrote to the network and was like, we don't believe in what Dick Wolf stands for. If you do not take his shows off your network, we're taking all our sponsorship. Right? He wouldn't be happy about that. Or we found out that someone on your writing staff, someone on the production, one of the actors has these views and we're not a fan. So take the show off. That could happen. You know what I mean? Maybe people have written those letters in the past, but Law and Order is still playing. So if you do not want that censorship thrown at you, do not try and throw it at others. You know what I mean? It's crazy. This is fucking crazy.